Good evening, YouTubers. Thanks for joining me. Last year on October 1st, 2018, if some of you probably will remember this story, a recluse gambler held up inside of a hotel in Las Vegas, Nevada at the Mandalay Bay Resort and Casino managed by MGM Resort shot at random partygoers attending a country music festival there in Las Vegas. He shot out of his 32nd floor window and he sprayed approximately 22,000 rounds out into the public and gunned down many festival goers. And he shot for about 10 to 15 minutes. 58 people were killed and at least 700 were injured or hurt trying to escape the mayhem that unfolded on that day. When they approached his room, the gunman was found dead from a self-inflicted gunshot wound, and 10 guns were found with several suitcases that he had hauled those guns, obviously, into the hotel over a couple of day period. And it says, I guess the hotel is basically saying, how would they have known that he had brought those guns inside of those suitcases? Well, of course you wouldn't have known. You didn't know until he shot out of the window. But anyway, I'm just making this video so you all will know that MGM has settled the suit several days ago. The suit was massing up to about $800 million. Their insurance company is insuring at least $751 million for the suits that were filed by the families of the victims and those who were injured in that incident. The MGM Resorts wants to make it clear that they are not admitting to any guilt by paying this payout, but they're hoping that, this will resolve any ongoing issues as far as the suit being prolonged by family, friends, etc. But interesting enough, that's kind of sad, to even say, well, we're going to pay this money, but we're not admitting to any guilt, but we're going to pay this money because we've got the money in the bag and we've got it to pay, but we're not admitting to any guilt. Okay, that sounds pretty bad to some people who have lost their lives and were injured. But anyway, as I said, 58 dead, 700 at least injured, and it has been considered one of the worst mass shootings in American history by statistics. And the company had made it known that they didn't want any long-term litigation to go on because they didn't feel like it served anyone's interests, and that they just wanted this scenario to be avoided. The long going of litigating into the courts, blah, 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 which we already see that. They didn't want to admit any guilt. So, okay, thanks a lot for paying the people. I'm sure they greatly appreciate that, even though those lives were lost and people were severely injured. But anyway, this man, he was a 64-year-old gentleman. They say he was a recluse. Not, a lot of information never really came out about him. His motive, no motives have been revealed now a year later. I remember a story last year. They showed that he was dating a lady. She was an Oriental lady. I think she lived in the Philippines, and they showed that they had been dating. So he had a regular life. He also had a brother. Seemed like a decent gentleman, but nothing ever came out to why he did this. He was a known gambler at that resort and casino. He frequented there often, so I'm assuming that's why there was no speculation with the luggage he brought in and out, because he frequented the place all the time, which that would be normal for anybody that frequent a place. You don't have security, so there's no reason for these people to be alarmed, until something bad happens. I'm going to give you a little bit of information. This is coming from the regulatory filings that said that released this in May. It said that MGM could pay up to $800 million, but as I said, $751 has been allotted from the insurance company. A lady by the name of Chelsea Romo was shot in the head. She lost her left eye and she had shrapnel in her right eye, and she had basically made a statement that to know that something good came from something so horrible. I guess it's all that I could ask for. And in the press conference with her attorney, she made it clear that this is not something she wants her children to remember. I guess, her holding on to being, angry and resentful toward this incident happening to her. So she didn't want her kids to, focus on this incident. She wants her children to maybe, go on with their lives after this incident. I'm assuming maybe she took her children, to this festival. But another lady uh was in very bad shape. She's had like several surgeries done, like over a dozen surgeries done. So she wasn't really out of the clear with this situation going on. And then Mr. Jim France is an attorney for at least 200 survivors and 4 victims. And he says this settlement should be a message to all the companies and businesses around the country to step up their security. And as I told you, the one lady who had many surgeries, right now her bills have amassed to in the millions just from going to the hospitals and doing the surgeries. And luckily she had good insurance. But as she had said, that the settlement will hopefully be a little closer to those who suffered and naturally those who didn't have insurance. So when you think about the situation, hey, a lot of people aren't insured. So imagine going through this type of tragedy, being shot up, and then you needing surgery, and you don't have the money for the doctor bills, and you're amassing all these bills, day for day, because it costs to go to the hospital. I mean, literally, it costs to go to the hospital, and it definitely costs to stay in there, and it costs to have surgeries performed on you. So, it was a sad situation, and I think, with any type of mass shooting, any type of crime, violent crime, you're always wondering why, why. Why did they do it? Why did he do it? What was the reasoning? He seemed like uh, well-to-do guy. He wasn't hurting for anything. It was like he had a nice home and everything. When you hear and see these things, that's what you're thinking. What is the problem? What is wrong with these people? Was he depressed? Because you're always assuming when people kill themselves, it's either over somebody they liked, loved, that person didn't want them anymore, or they couldn't get them. They can't reach an agreement with that person. Fraud. They're being indicted for a crime, or someone's going to tell something on them that they've done that's criminal. Those are usually the things you see why people kill themselves, or bullied people, children, whoever. They kill themselves from being bullied or ostracized or teased in school. But a grown man who had obviously enough money to gamble on a daily basis or weekly basis, and he seemed to have had a decent life, career, whatever. In your mind, you're trying to figure out, why did he kill himself, and why did he go this far out to break a window out of a hotel and just spray gunfire out of a window at random people for no reason, and then kill himself. And to this day, they have no answer, nothing on why he did this, and it's sad. It's very, very sad. I don't know why he did. Like I said, I don't know. I hadn't heard anything, but I just wanted to bring you all this story that MGM Resorts has settled the suit with the victims who passed away and those who were injured at this shooting that took place last year in Las Vegas. And it's just a sad tale of showing you how sad the world is and how sad people are and how vindictive people are, because, you're vindictive to snuff out innocent people. No matter what you're going through, you're vindictive to go out here and just mow down some people because you're mad at the world, you're mad at whatever, whomever. They didn't do anything to you. And it seems that that's the new thing now. Well, I'm having a bad day. Let me go shoot everybody at work. Let me go shoot everybody over here on 15th Street. Let me go to this carnival festival, music festival. Whatever venue they want to pick out that day. That seems to be the end thing. I'm going to go just shoot these people because I don't like life. I'm mad at this person. I don't like black people. I don't like Arabs. I don't like Jews. I don't like Mexicans. Somebody made my salad wrong. Let me go shoot up everybody at the subway or whatever. Just crazy nonsense. You people need to get it together. Because you know what? You're obviously your own worst enemy. And you need to go get you some help, because killing other people just because you don't like them, you don't like a group, you don't like the way they look, they talk, somebody don't want to be with you, you lost your job, you got fired, you've been reprimanded, you got a poor grade in school, whatever your malfunction is, take it to the maker. These people haven't done anything to you. don't kill people, because you got to stand account for that. And I feel sorry for you once you cross over to that side and see that you'll probably wish you can come back and redo things, but you can't. Just like those people you killed, they can't come back. Till the next video, America. I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for listening. Thanks for sharing. Bye-bye.